What is happening, fellow pioneers of human transportation? I'm Yogi Steve. This is ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy. You know I make videos about high-powered scooters and working on them. My first live stream, I'm nervous. It's like going from doing a TV show that's highly edited to like a live play or something like that. So I am just slightly nervous. Hopefully that'll go away if I do more than one of these. I've been getting a lot of requests for talking about the accidents that I've been in. So I've driven about 15,000 miles over the course of 2 years, and I've owned 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 different brands of electric scooters. Some of them I bought and I returned. So I have like a little list here. You'll see me looking down. I don't remember all this shit totally. I might remember it, but to do it off the cuff, not so easy. I've had 6 accidents on 5 or 6 different scooters in the last 15,000 miles the last couple of years. So I don't know if anybody's commenting or anything. There's no way I can see it. I'm not going to really respond back to anything. I'm shooting off my iPad. So, already fucking up the live stream. Here we go. My first accident happened on my Urbee Pro GT. It was the first real scooter that I bought. I fucking loved this scooter. It was $2,300. It folds up into this tiny little thing. It only went about 19 miles an hour. It didn't have a lot of acceleration, but it was super cool. It was sort of a strange first scooter to buy, in my opinion. I liked it because it was just small. I could fold it up, I could bring it into restaurants. So my first accident, not that big of a deal. I learned a lesson about garages. Garages have a lot of oil on the ground. Any garage with cars in it. And I was just going very slow in the garage, playing on the Urbee. It slipped on some oil and I landed, boom, like right on my hip. And I really fucked my hip up pretty good, but I was only going a couple miles an hour. So I learned early on, 1, there's oil in garages, be careful, and 2, even if you're going slow, you can still have a bad accident and hurt yourself. And then speaking of, my second accident happened sometime later on my ES4. Now, the ES4, the Segway 9-bot ES4, was a cool scooter. I paid $900 for that scooter. I probably overpaid for it. You can get them for $500 or $600 now. And I still really like the scooter. This accident was fucking terrible. I was only wearing a helmet at the time, no elbow pads, no knee pads. So I was on the sidewalk. This was in the early stages of owning the ES4. And this scooter had much more torque, much more acceleration than the Urbee. The Urbee was pretty much just slow, would build up to 19 miles an hour. But because the ES4 had that supplemental battery compared to the ES2, when you would hit the throttle, it would fucking kick. So I was on the sidewalk, barely moving at all. And I think I, at the same time, hit a divot in the road and hit the throttle. And I don't remember what happened from the riding position to the ground. It was a crazy slow speed accident. The scooter kicked out from under me and I landed on my chest, like face up. Luckily, I've never hit my face or my head. Landed on my elbows and my knees. This was before I was wearing pads. I wish I still had the pictures. I put a ton, I think I still have a scar. I put a ton of gravel into my elbows, a ton of gravel into my knees. I had really deep wounds there, and since they're on like the flexing joint of the elbow and the knee, they took forever to heal. So that accident happened at 2 miles per hour, and I kind of remember people laughing at me. Sometimes when you hit the ground on a scooter, I don't blame them. People can't help it. It's sort of funny. But man, boom! I don't even remember the moment from sitting to the ground. So right there was another lesson in you don't have to be going fast to have an accident that's going to hurt you. I was going 2 miles per hour. It was just the torque and acceleration I wasn't used to. My third accident happened again sometime later on my Speedway 4 rebrand, my E-Move Cruiser clone, whatever the hell you want to call it. But hey Tom, I guess I can see you there. What's up, dude? It's hard for me to see without my glasses. I got my phone set up too, but if you guys post any questions, I can answer them later. But anyhow, good to see you guys. So my Speedway 4 rebrand, I loved this scooter. This was my first real big scooter. Even though it was only a single motor scooter, it was my first 600 watt scooter. So it wasn't really fast, but could reach a good top speed. I was going like 20 or 25 mile per hour in traffic, like with the flow of traffic, going towards downtown. I'm on like 7th and something. It's very far from here. And I guess I didn't have the stem on these has a locking mechanism. So you could adjust it up and down. And I didn't have the locking mechanism locked in fully, because before I left, I remember I adjusted it, I tightened it. But you know, with these like metal, these aluminum locking mechanisms, it's hard to tell how much force do you really need to squeeze them together so they'll be safe. Look, I was going 20 or 25 miles per hour in traffic. The fucking front wheel, boom, spun out of the hinge, completely perpendicular to the scooter, and I fell backwards on my ass. Now, what you might not know about me is I got a huge fucking ass. So luckily, My ass sort of protected me, but I also landed on my back, my upper back, and my elbows still didn't hit my head. And it was fucking serious because I was in moving traffic, and when these accidents happen, I tend to be always like cognitively aware. I'm like, all right, I'm going down, except for that last one actually, but in this accident, I could feel myself going down. Hey, what's up, entertainment? I can't see shit. So I could feel myself going down. I hit the ground, boom! My back, my ass. It didn't hurt. I felt like I was okay, and I kind of rolled over to my belly, and I can kind of see the traffic stopping. So basically, like, if they didn't stop, I was gonna get ran over. So I remember my cell phone went flying off the scooter. I'm just remembering this now. I could hear it because I had the fucking radio on. It's like, where's my phone? And I could hear Metallica coming from the middle of the street. So I grabbed my phone, I brought the scooter in. A lady pulled over and asked me if I was all right. I was like, yeah, I'm all right. And I'm pretty sure I sat there like with my head in my hands. I was kind of scared shitless. I really thought I hurt myself. But the scooter was okay. And I figured out in the moment, I was like, oh, look at this. The folding mechanism. All right, great lesson. Make sure this shit is tight before you go out. So that was my third accident. And that was a pretty bad one. And my shoulder was fucked up for a long time after that. Honestly, it might not have ever been the same. I've always had shoulder problems anyhow, from lifting, training, whatever. So, third accident. My fourth accident was really not that long ago, where I hit a fucking curb on my D2 Limited, mainly because I was not paying attention. I wasn't going that fast, but there was one of these like circular roundabouts that has 4 big triangle curbs. In the moment, I had 2 orders in the box. I was just spacing. I was super, super relaxed, I remember. I was looking forward, and I just didn't see this curb. Boom! It wasn't a regular curb. It was like probably a foot tall. It's like one of those triangle curbs at roundabouts around here. Boom! Right into this curb. And again, I thought I heard a family of people laughing at me. I went forward and I landed on my hands. And my fucking hands, those really thick gloves, they really saved me. Boom. On my chest and my hands, head up. I was fine, but it was bad enough that I blew the front tire off the wheel and had to call a Lyft to come and pick me up. I don't know what I would do today. I'm not really getting into any Lyfts or Ubers. I'd rather carry the fucking scooter on my head home than get into some sort of a coronavirus cab. So my fourth accident happened because I was just not focused. I was probably at 10,000 miles when this happened. You start to just get very relaxed. Everything becomes, I guess, unconscious. You just do what you need to do. And it like woke me up. I was okay though. I wasn't really hurt from it that badly. My hands really saved me. My hands and wearing thick gloves really saved me in these accidents. So my next accident, which I made a video about, I was hit by a car. We're going north on La Brea, slightly uphill. I'm riding alongside traffic, sort of making the mistake of I'm in the right lane, pacing the car in the middle lane, and being too close to them. So when I ride on the road, I follow the rules of the road, and if I'm not slowing down traffic, I stay in the center of the lane. If it feels like I'm slowing down traffic behind me, I'll get a little bit to the right. Just basic rules of the road for like a bicycle. So, but I was in the middle of the road and possibly even a little too close to the center lane. A woman didn't see me, turns into me, boom, hits the fucking scooter. I go fucking flying. The scooter goes flying sideways under me, rips all the bungee cords off the box, fucks up the wires on my motor, although it still works. And again, I landed, caught myself with my hands, but bad enough that all this pressure, again, fucked up my shoulders. So no real wounds from that, but my shoulders, honestly, to this day, are still fucked up. So fifth accident, not too long ago, made a video, was hit by a car. Listen, this last accident I'm going to tell you about is sort of like a confession, because I didn't make a video about it. Truthfully, what happened is I threw away a whole day's worth of video because I was so pissed off about this accident. Basically, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was driving south on La Brea, and I rear-ended somebody. At a slow speed, I just fucking hit somebody's back of their car. Basically what happened is it was similar to the curb incident where I was spaced. If you ride these scooters a lot around other cars, or even on a bicycle probably, you see these really narrow gaps of where you can go, and you like visualize it, and every time you could be like an inch away from the car's fender and still just get through. It's no big deal. So you get this confidence of, I can fit there, I can fit there. I guess some lady was turning into Ralph's and I'm going straight, and I felt like, I don't want to get too far to the left because I'm worried about the lane next to me. So I try to like hug her bumper, which I do all day, you know, get very close and go straight. She didn't stop short. It was just my fault. I misjudged it. Boom. I fucking rear-ended somebody. So long story short, I was fine, although it did fold. It was bad enough that it folded in the handlebars on my Dualtron 2 Limited. I'm glad I wasn't in my bigger scooter. I'm glad I was on the slightly smaller scooter, the D2. Folded in the handlebars on me. So, you know, it was somewhat serious. That shit's easy to fix. That's just screws without Loctite. That's why enough force kind of saved me. I didn't get hurt at all. You know, I pulled over. I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. My fault. I'm not going to run away. You know, because I can't run away from an accident in this town, because if you're a local here, you're a regular. People tell me all the time, hey, I see you all the time, driving fast, doing this. So I don't know this woman. If she was a local, she could find me. You know, I didn't want to like do a hit and run. So when I get pulled over, when this happens, I say to her, this is a scooter. It's not a car. There's no insurance, just so you know. But I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna make it right. So she, you know, we pull over. I have to say, maybe this woman will watch this one day. You never once asked me if I was okay. I'm in a 65-pound scooter. How much does a car weigh? 4,000 pounds? The woman did not ask me once if I was okay. Okay, so it is what it is. You know, she's upset about the tiny little damage in her car. The problem is I've damaged economy cars like this myself, like Hondas and Civics, and they're really expensive. Bodywork can be really expensive, so I was worried this woman was going to really rake me over the coals, because I was pretty much willing to pay for it. Gave her all my information. She contacted me. She got an estimate from a friend for $250. I felt like I'll just fucking pay it. So honestly, I've actually paid her $200 out of the $250 via Venmo, and I think everything is going to be good. And that's that. But you know, I feel a little guilty. And the whole day I was mad. So I made this whole day of videos. I didn't have a video of the accident, but I did have a lot of video of me talking to her. But I didn't want to air it. I was just, you know, I was embarrassed. So that was my 6th accident. Okay, guys, so this was my first live stream ever. I hope you liked it. I liked doing it. It was fun. And I guess I'll do it again. We'll see. Guys, I'm Yogi Steve. This is ESA, the Electric Scooter Academy. Videos about high-powered scooters and working on them. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Subscribe, please. Like the video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below. Hey, I guess I can talk to you a little bit here now. Let's see here before I leave. Hey, what's up, Darren? Yeah, I can't see. Nah, you're late, but I'll air it again, and you can watch it later. Hey, Monsieur, what's up, buddy? Monsieur Matluby, my favorite poker player. I think I told you that, right? But, who is this? I gotta do this differently. Hey, Carlos. Okay, so I can see how live streaming is actually pretty fun and cool. But I do actually have to go work out, and hey, Juan, I can kind of see your names from the distance. I do have to go get my day going. I gotta go work out, eat, and then get ready to work. Walk the dogs and shit. Guys, Yogi Steve, ESA, thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching and all the comments.